Today we're going to be bagging for, or I guess not bagging, we're going to be waiting for 15 seconds at the start of the line before we can start racing. And so we're at 13, 14, all right, 15 seconds. So I decided to do this in worldwides, which like might be a little bit cheap just because we're going to get a lot more intermissions, but hey, I need all the advantages I can get here. And if you're thinking, isn't this just like a bagging? Kind of, except we're gonna be like extreme bagging. You should never wait this long when you bag. Once you're a little bit behind, you're gonna start getting good items. They won't get any better waiting longer. But thankfully, in the worldwides, we can hopefully get some good intermissions. Now, this is the thing. I don't know the intermissions, so this is going to be new to me as well to see what's even good and what's not. This intermission is not only a little short, this is not a track that I ever would recommend bagging and coming in from the back on. So we're gonna see how well this even works. Yeah, so I had no clue where that post was going to be on mirror mode. Lucky for me, I don't think a lot of people will be too good at this track on mirror mode, so someone wants to use a shock and dodge me. Well, it didn't dodge me, but like, I did dodge. Drop me before the item, or you can extend. That's fine as well. Let's see if we're able to get a somewhat decent place. I didn't want to get in front of that dude before he threw the red. What are we gonna get? 8th? I'll take it. My goal for this video, I want to get a first. I want to be able to get a first. I want to be able to get a couple top spots ideally, but I think we're gonna have to be kind of a dirty player, and if a track pops up, I might still be picking an intermission to make this doable. I'm wondering, did Nintendo fix the worldwides? Because real tracks are popping up. Boo Cinema and Cheap Cheap Falls as 3-lap tracks both popped up. 13, 14, 15. Okay. So I'm kind of curious, did Nintendo learn from the criticism and fix it, or have this just always been an option that you could get 2 tracks to pop up like that? Because I don't know, I haven't really played many worldwides, if I'm being honest. The Discord is the way to go. But I wanted to try this this challenge because one, I can call it not bagging, even though it is just bagging the long way. But I've been inspired from I don't know what it is about TikTok Live. Almost any time I go onto TikTok Live, and I'm sure you all have the same if you use TikTok, you know, I'll open it for like 20 minutes and it's like, let me put the tinfoil hat on. I'm like, I say the word Mario Kart and then all I get is Mario Kart content, and I've never seen this much Mario Kart content before. And I'm just like, what is happening? And it's all these people playing Mario Kart Wii against CPUs, and they're waiting a whole lap at the finish line before they start the race, a lap behind. And I was like, well, I'm feeling a little inspired to try that online here. Although I think CPUs would not be as fun and be a little too easy. All right, we're gonna just chain this into the common spot that everyone expects. But yeah, I don't know. I was like, consider me influenced. I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna try it. All right, can we get the mushroom there too? Oh, let's go. We're getting all these mushrooms here. All right, let's see if, I don't know if we'll be getting a first, but I think we should be able to do pretty well. 6th? Okay, I believe we got an 8 and a 6th. We're moving up in the world. So if we keep up this pace, well, in 3 races, we'll be able to get a first. So I don't know. I can't complain with that. I guess I haven't really looked at the VR of this room. I mean, there's no 9,000 players in here, but it's not terrible. Maybe Nintendo also fixed the matchmaking. I remember I tried playing races a couple months ago, and they were putting 3,000 to 9,000 players all together. All right, it's been 15 seconds. It seems like Lakitu likes to respawn you at about 15 seconds, so we do get a nice little speed bonus at least every time. I'm seeing all of those like S turns there, so hopefully there's going to be some shortcuts there if we can get like a golden. Hopefully this isn't like a mountain pass range. It's kind of looking like it is. One thing I'll have to keep in mind, there's no reason to hold your items. Like, just spam it. You're going to keep getting good items. But yeah, I figured I would do this in Worldwide so I can maybe have a chance. If this is in the Discord rooms, I think the Discord rooms are too good and there's like too many real tracks in there. So I don't know, maybe I can make that a challenge if I want to try this challenge again at some point in the future. But I figured this would already be plenty hard enough. And I was going to try this when my VR is lower. So, you know, it's not as painful if I were to do this if I were much higher VR. I'd be really sad if I was, you know, 9100, tried this, lost a race, and then lose it all. Boomerang, bro. Okay, this star is actually really nice. I just don't know where a shock would be used coming from an intermission. Bro, were you doing that through the shortcut, or are those some camera shenanigans? Okay, thank you. I'm just gonna chain this, I think, into the set up here, and hopefully there's a shock. This will be the nice thing with the star. It's like you got 3 items all at once. If I get shocked before it, not too big of a deal. I would be upset if I got shocked after this and was itemless, though. Nice. Come on, was there ever a doubt? And then we're just gonna do all through here. I don't even want to deal with the water. That was useless, though. And it didn't even give me an item? Okay, we should be able to win, though, I'm thinking. Like, I don't think this crab has a mushroom. Was there ever a doubt, guys? Race 3, we went 8-6. We didn't even need to get the 4th and the 2nd. We just jumped right to 1st. Yeah, I have a feeling the intermissions are the dirty cheater way to do this. Because when I saw people do this challenge on TikTok, it was all Mario Kart Wii. And then I saw people also try this for 8 Deluxe. So they didn't have any intermissions to fall back on, but who cares? We're still going to take our W's regardless. 13, 14, 15. All right, we got random Rainbow Road. Was not expecting that. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of intrigued just from doing this. I kind of want to learn a little more about the intermissions, because as much as I clown them, like, yeah, there's 200 intermissions. Some of them are bound to be bad, but some of them are also bound to be good. If you make 200 things and they all suck, Nintendo would not exist as a company. There's literally no way they could last that long. They're just like a merchant of volume at this point with the intermissions. Whenever people are like, oh, this one's good, I'm like, impressive. If you make 200, some have to be good. But I kind of want to get better at learning the intermissions, because if you guys know about competitive Mogies, whatever you want to call it, Mario Kart, 12 player, it's only the normal 3-lap tracks, or lap style courses as Nintendo calls it. But for 24, you can do any intermissions, and I like to watch those competitive 24-player matches while I'm like making food or eating. You know, it's like complete man-child. I can't eat unless I have my YouTube readily available to watch. And I like to watch a lot of those 24-player competitive lounges, and I need to learn the intermissions. A lot of people seem to pick the intermissions pretty frequently in there, and I see some of the races, especially the high-level gameplay. Bro, I would lose so badly. There's so many cool shortcuts that you can do on those intermissions that don't know anything about. That was so bad. I'm too busy talking. But yeah, I'm kind of hoping this can maybe be a little bit of a learning moment for me here as well. Gonna be forced to have to play some intermissions, so I kind of want to see if there's any good ones. But so far, like, all of the complaints that people had of not enough normal tracks, I feel like my sample size is like what, 4 races, but we've actually had a decent amount of normal tracks pop up. So, all right, do I do it? I think I have to. Oh my god, I do it too late every time. I was kind of curious how well this track would work for bagging that long effectively. I wasn't sure it would be too great, even though it's so long. It's not like there's any like big major, I mean, there are some shortcuts, but I don't know. Like, I just don't think of it as a bagging track, especially once you get into section 4. It's kind of hard to, unless there's like a shock to really change things up. I feel like when you're headed into section 4, wherever you are is kind of where you're going to finish the race, unless you're in like a big skill gap room where a lot of people do that ending shortcut and some don't. 13, 14, 15. Yeah, it likes to do that right about 15. So we're going Peach Stadium to Faraway Oasis here. Yet again, another real track actually popped up, and it just ended up not being voted on. There was like 3 people that chose intermissions, and it did get chosen. So maybe you get like the illusion of free will, and these are like rigged elections that Nintendo's hosting. But hey, I am seeing more real tracks pop up, which is at least nice to see. All right, please be something good underneath this golden. I just need something to take the shortcut, and that works. That blue was not doing me any favors. That bomb was really scary. For no shock, that was a much closer finish than I was expecting. I really thought in order to get that high, I would absolutely need like shock, and then I can get 4 blues and blue first to catch up, but that wasn't too bad. That really wasn't too bad. All right, 15 seconds. There's Lakitu as prompted. This is looking pretty good. We got a nice long intermission here from Wario Stadium to Airship Fortress. So let's see if we can capitalize off getting an intermission here. I gotta take advantage when I can. Trying to make it take a tight line there. What are we doing? Like, what is this bullet doing? Why does it keep weaving back and forth? It's like sometimes listening to me holding it to the right. Okay, we're kind of back in the pack already with everyone. Now, Airship Fortress is a track that I would prefer to be up at the front on. But I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm just going to chain this while I'm back here. Try to take as aggressive of lines as I can. Use this in that nice bullet extension area. See if there can be another shock. If not, we're still going to save so much time just going through the corner with it. I don't really want to use this as I'm afraid this is going to get like... Okay, now we should be good to use it. Because I just didn't want it to stop and then not extend through. What? I was getting really greedy, trying to go so tight, beat the penguin, and instead I did not get punished. I'll take it. Like, no punishment, but what are we on Mushroom Gorge? Like, is there a mushroom pad in that wall there that I don't know about? I don't know what part of Mario Kart World physics that just was. I've never seen that. Is there a friend doing this with us? I've been noticing this baby Mario has been holding back on some of these tracks. All right, there we go. That's 15 seconds. Did he also get stopped? I think he might have gotten picked up by Lakitu. If we have a friend doing this with us, I mean, shout outs to Short Shark. But yeah, this is looking like another mighty thick intermission, which is exactly what I need to have a chance. Oh, I was gonna get the food, but I'd rather get the item here. Just spam this. Basically just gonna need to spam every item that we're getting to catch up. Okay, this is not too good actually. I was hoping we would be far enough back, but there's really no shortcuts on that intermission, or at least no obvious ones without like having a high skill level. All right, I'm really not liking this lack of shock here though. This is gonna come down to if I can dodge. I'm gonna start using this so I can go through here and then just spam the oh. Okay. Well, I was correct in sensing a shock, although I was expecting it to be in front of me. Please be a good item. I said good. I don't even think it mattered. Okay, that dude did not end up super horning it. We were not going to beat Mezzinator there with that golden. I feel like that's really not too bad. I was getting a little excited at the beginning when I saw the mini map. I was like, we got this really big, juicy intermission here. And then it was like, I don't know, I like to call them like the roller coaster tracks. It was like there's no off-road. It's just track. There's nowhere else you can go. You have to stay on it. So me having like shortcut items, it doesn't do anything. There's no off-road to cut. So I don't think 8th is too bad there. I'm interested to see, because this is, I believe, a longer track in this game. But I don't think of this necessarily as like a super heavy bagging track. It's pretty predictable. The shock is almost always right after that lap 3, like just right at the beginning of lap 3 when you go on that first turn. So if I could get a dodge there, if I'm able to catch up, that would be pretty nice. Let's see if that even ends up happening. For now, the goal for all of these is I just don't want to get too far out of it. I'm just trying to get back, and so I'm just spamming all my items. I just want to get back as close to the pack as I can. Because if you're too far back, it's like there's nothing you can do. Let's go. I tried to even use that a little extra early so I wouldn't have to think about if the shock was like a half second early, I was going to be so disappointed in myself if I ended up getting hit by it. Is this dude going to trap this thing? I think so. I saw a banana and I really did not want to risk it. Come on. Ugh. We had such a big lead, and that blue shell's a little too late. Bro, the blue shell goes for you. Are you kidding? Okay, we got first and a second, so we're not doing too terrible. Honestly, shockingly, I think a lot of this is just really track dependent on what you get. Also, that dude had 9,400 VR. Why are you in this room? I mean, I'll take it. I kind of like there being someone good in here, but not surprised he had a 10-second breakaway. 15 seconds, Lakitu as prompted. Thank you, Lakitu. I actually just kind of made up the 15 seconds thing. I didn't really know what a good amount of time would be, but kind of helps you get the starting boost every single time you have to go. So maybe that extra 0.1 speed bonus is able to help somewhere. But yeah, I was kind of thinking about it after that last race. Like, honestly, oh, Short Shark might have done it again this race. You know, there's like 230 tracks in Nintendo's eyes in this game, and I know about 20 of them well. So yeah, it's gonna be kind of dependent on what kind of track you get, not only if it's just capable of being a good bagger, essentially like ultra bagging, what we're doing, like ranked competitive bagging, but also just how knowledgeable everyone is at it. Because like you know, there's just going to be some of these intermissions that people aren't going to be too knowledgeable on, and maybe they just have some big easy grass shortcuts I can take advantage of. But again, this is why it's like, I don't really know popular intermissions, but I kind of want to learn what some of the good ones are for 24-player lounge. Can't lie, it does kind of look more enticing than 12-player. And, oh, this is backwards. I'm not really liking there's been no shock. Okay, I was not trying to get the edge trick there, but I was going to fall off if I didn't, and it worked out. Thank you for all those defense items. Somehow the boomerang beats the Giga Chad coin shell. Okay, can we get something good? I kind of just used that because I was afraid there would be a shock. Okay, this might work out though. I don't know what to do there. I think you just tricked straight. I thought I'd have to dry it on the wall. I think that would have probably been like top 5 if I just tricked straight off of it instead of trying to. I thought I would have to do something fancy, and that was not the case. But I mean, 10th isn't terrible. I didn't see how many were in the room. Again, for negative ball knowledge on that track. I mean, not great, but we'll try to redeem ourselves in one final race. Well, it looks like we got random, and we're ending this on a real track. How far am I allowed back up? Okay, like Lakitu does not care. Oh, he does care. Okay, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, we're gonna be a couple extra seconds behind on this one, but extra challenge for the last track again. This is one of those like shock dodge simulator tracks. So if we're able to do that, a lot of this might not end up mattering. But first we need to even get within a realm of where anyone else is. Why is the bullet putting me on this line? Oh, sorry for whatever I did to you, bullet. Just gonna use this here. Try and catch up. Sorry, short shark. I really wasn't trying to hit you, but the bullet has a mind of its own. Huh? What are we doing? Stay on the lower path, bro. Bullet on this track sucks. What are these lines? Okay, we're in 22nd, but we are starting to see, yeah, there's like everyone's basically right here. So now if we can just get the dodge, that will make life so much easier. How am I in 8th? Okay, I didn't want to be this high up. At least not without a dodge ready to go. Kind of just let everyone else pass here, if I'm being honest. Out of all of the dodge items I could have gotten, bullet would not have been my #1 choice. But depending on what we get underneath this, this could be fine. It could have been more fine. I find it easier if you just use it early. Sometimes people will chain a little early. Come on, please use it or don't use it at all. Are you kidding?